So I'm here against the protests of my mother, who thinks there's a good Pakistani boy with a medical degree ought to be working in a call centre. It's kind of weird because we're Indian, so... I've had a very unconventional upbringing being Indian. I was never allowed to have any girlfriends. I didn't really know an awful lot about sex, and ever since then I've just been bumbling along. So if there are any women out there, wives, girlfriends, that actually want some guilt-free sex, I will provide it orgasm-free tonight. Yeah, sex, interesting. My father did once have a chat with me about kind of sex. When I was about 14, he drew me to one side and he said, your mother keeps finding tissues in your bed. Don't do it. Now, I wasn't sure what he didn't want me to do, actually. Was it to stop masturbating, which coming from a guy would be a bit weird? Or was his point simply, and his message, was to hide those tissues better? And that's what I thought it was. And there are different ways of hiding tissues, as you know, gentlemen. You can put them in the under the mattress, in the pillowcases. I could destroy them by burning them once they were dry. Or I could take my inspiration from The Great Escape. If you've seen the way they disposed of the soil, I had a very similar idea. I would have a false pocket with a little pin at the bottom, with a string that comes out. And before I went to school, I would put the tissues in that pocket. And as I went to the playground, I would release the string and gently tread the worn tissues into the ground. But I like thinking outside the box. So I thought to myself, why don't I do something completely different? Why don't you use something in the room that's already there? Like the curtains. Floor to ceiling, cream colour, or off-white, as my mum used to say. The problem with that kind of theory is that parents are always one step ahead of you, aren't they? So I came home from school one day, went upstairs to my bedroom to do some homework. Curtains gone, ladies and gentlemen, Venetian blinds! The label on the side said Easy Clean. So that destroyed that. Now, the other thing was that my mum was, like all mums that guys know, are brilliant porn hunters, aren't they? So you try and hide porn in your bedroom and you guarantee you're going to find it. Well, I kind of call it porn, but I try to disguise it. So I used to have a magazine called Penthouse. There used to be a porn magazine called Penthouse. And I chose that particular brand because if my mum actually saw it, she actually thought I was going to become a property developer. My boy's going to become a property. I'm good at the Indian accents. And the other one was, it was a little bit strange, she never realised it was porn, it was actually a book I got from the library called Yoga for Health. And no naked women in there, but if you squint a little bit, they'll almost appear naked, so that was quite a bit of a turn on. So my mum used to find all sorts of strange things in my house, so, you know, things like, I don't know, cigarettes, and like a tin with some fag ash in it, unused tampon. Don't know why, but I just had it in my room. It was my mum's brand, so she confiscated it. And when something like that happens to you, of course, when you're a kid, you try and blame it on somebody else, don't you? And the guy who got the brunt of all the blame was a friend of mine called Nigel Timmins. And after 30-odd years, actually, funny enough, he's actually contacted me on Facebook, which is quite good. So yeah, it was Nigel Timmins. What's this? It's not mine, it's Nigel's, he left it behind in class. Now the problem was that by the sixth form, my mum really fucking hated Nigel Timmins because he was such a bad influence. And therefore, I don't really know where I'm going next with it, but yeah. But one of the other things I had was a thing called Debbie Does Dallas, a video from the sort of 80s, which I'm sure most of you have seen. We didn't have a video recorder, but the pictures on the cover were fucking fantastic. And the other good thing about videos is, that you can prop them up, can't you? Because in the old days, the magazine just fall down when you're at it. So, and the third really advantage of having a box like that is you don't have to use a container. So you don't have to use the curtains because it makes a handy container as well. It's really sick. I don't like doing wank jokes, but there we go. It's the only material I've got at the moment. But thank you very much for your time.